Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm James.
And I'm Ryan.
And this week, we got quite a few stories to cover, including another story in Russia, some vandals at a Kingdom Hall, and a Chick-fil-A owner who drove across country. That and more coming your way. So let's get into this. Well, that was an extended intro song, wasn't it? Can't hear you.
Oops, we got the remix version.
Yeah. That was like, because, after 2 seasons of it, you got like you get used to where it's going to end. And then you're like, okay, you're feeling the ending. And then it just keeps going.
It's like, gotcha, bitch.
It's like the Energizer battery.
Just keeps going.
Just keeps going.
Just keeps going. That's how we do.
So, well, we're officially kicking off season 3. As you see, we got new layout. We redid the theme song a little bit, and we're just trying to keep this show as interesting as possible. The only thing we haven't replaced are the hosts. So,
well, actually, the governing body, they're watching right now, so they might come up at some point. We don't know, but hold that up. Keep that up there.
Oh yeah, keep your hands up.
Keep your hands up.
You, Heard.
Come on now, stop it. Don't be lazy in the spirit of for Jehovah.
Thank you, Alora. Yeah, I love it too. We were collaborating on this, and I think we came up with a really nice theme for this. I really like it a lot. Ryan put the work in, so thank you for that work, Ryan. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So
glad y'all like it.
Anyways, shall we get started with some news stories?
I mean, I guess if we have to.
I mean, it's kind of why we're here, right?
I guess. Fine. We'll get to the business. Get down to business.
Getting down to business.
Niels.
Good morning, Stuart. Welcome to the show this morning, buddy. So, let's see here. I think I'm going to start here with the story I have on Russia. Another story in Russia.
Russia's just beating it up in the news recently. They can't stay out of the news if they tried.
Hey now, Ken, quit looking at all the secret items and stuff that we hid on the bookshelves behind us. There is nothing there to see.
There is nothing to look at on the bookshelves. Please
pay Ryan's attention. Head to the right.
Stop looking down there. Look up here. Stop looking up there. Look right here, you perverts.
Or look at her antennas. Wink, wink.
That's so funny.
Let's see here. Where is it? There we go. All right. So Russia, Mother Russia here.
Oh boy.
They're the news channel that keeps on giving, aren't they?
Yeah, Mother Russia, the gift that just keeps on giving, even when you want it to stop.
So as I've told you the last several weeks, I've had stories in my repertoire that I haven't gotten to yet, just because we've had so much other things to cover, especially with Norway and everything. Like I themed today's show, Norway wrapped up. Now what? Well, here's some of the stories we haven't done. And some new stuff also along the way. So this is just crazy to me, though. In Russia, they have been putting moles or spies in with the Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's wild.
And because of that, there was this one witness that was in prison for 8 years because this mole has been secretly recording their meetings.
Yeah, I feel like that reminds me of like some Cold War shit. Like, why would you need a spy in the Jehovah's Witnesses? Like, that is freaking wild.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I get that you banned them and all that. I'm not going to do anything about it. But to take it an extra step and to place moles into these people's lives just for the sole purpose of catching them to imprison them.
Like, what is the purpose of that? I mean, I get the purpose is to put, but like, what do you really think you're doing to help society by wasting that time, energy, and money on little old J Dubs when you really could just help them by keeping it legal and kind of forcing their hand to stop some of the horrible, atrocious behavior like Norway's been doing? Like, come on, there's other ways about this.
Exactly. Norway, I applaud because they are doing it the correct way. They're not imprisoning them. They're not, completely saying, hey, you can't practice your religion or anything. They can still do all the things they want practicing their religion, except they're not recognized as a religious organization anymore, nor can they perform legal weddings. They can perform the ceremonies, they just can't do the legal part of it.
Right.
But Russia has totally become uh, dominant over them and has really pushed for their extreme way of banning the witnesses. And I think it's really extremist the way they're going about it.
Uh-huh. I don't approve. I think it's unnecessary.
Yes, I agree that like the blood issue, the shunning stuff is extremist ideologies that is harmful to people. But in general, the average JW is not going out onto the streets harming others in their community.
No, you just need to get some information in front of them. That's what you really need to do, is open their eyes to the abuses and how harmful they are. Doing like this kind of behavior and forcing them to be separated from their spiritual guide, even though I don't see them, the witnesses, as spiritual guides, but
Right.
that's demented. That's wicked. I would never ever want to just steal someone's spirituality. That's
No.
cruel. That's cruel. I do not like that, and that's not how you change people's hearts.
And I mean, and just a little bit of history here,
Oh,
at least 794 witnesses have been criminally charged in Russia for their faith, and 127 are currently serving in prison. And we've reported on the amount that are in prison because of it. This number is not new and surprising as far as the 127 is concerned. You
yeah.
know, and we've had others in there that have been sentenced to prison and everything because of it. So again, these numbers aren't surprising, but the methods that Russia has been using and going through is what the surprising part is.
Right. It's too much. Like, why are you so hell bent on the J Dubs?
Yeah.
I
Like,
It's
I
like you
mean,
got a boner for him or something.
I mean, I would expect like to put a mole or a spy into like another country to try to get intel, stuff like that. But to put one into a religious group,
Well, okay, wait. Why not put them into like, if you're gonna put somebody into like the JW organization, y'all need to be sniffing it out up in like New York and shit. Like, why are you doing it with the small potatoes in the normal congregation? Bitch, get up and find out what that organization is doing in the big league, player. Like, you think
yeah.
you're all that? Come into this country. Please, I invite you to freaking spy on the JWs in the watchtower. But in some podunk town, come on now. That's a waste. That's a waste.
Especially, we know that they have the secret database and all sorts of stuff that they're hiding up in there. So yes,
Exactly.
I would
It's the
agree put a
start.
mole in there,
Yeah.
but again,
If you could get me in there, I'd be the mole. I'm just saying. But you could, like, I couldn't unless I grew a beard and like talk like a dude. Like, I'd have to pretend to be a man. There'd be no way for me to like get to that upper echelon.
so you're saying it would be easy.
All I have to do is stop shaving for a week and I'm golden.
Right? Oh,
That's brother Ryan to you.
brother Ryan.
Oh,
All
snap.
right, brother Ryan, what do you got for us next?
Okay, so I happened to take notice on Reddit the other day that there's another country, New Zealand, who is going to be doing some kind of investigation into the Jehovah's Witnesses. Let me make that a little bit bigger, possibly. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Is that better? Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. Has anybody checked this out to make sure that it's legit? But it looks legit to me because you're emailing the government. So let's just
Yes,
read it.
this is legit. I've been seeing
Okay.
this going around in Facebook, and there is actual websites and
Makes
places
me
to
happy.
contact to report to this. So yes, that is legit.
All right. Well, here's the thing, time is of the essence. People have till Wednesday, March 19th to have their evidence included in the complaint against the Jehovah's Witness Charities in New Zealand, Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. So here's what the complaints are related to, which we already know. It's the child sex abuse, domestic violence, poverty, legal entity switching, and phoenixing. Yes, and Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the only ones to do it, but it's good to know that other big businesses use those same kind of shady practices, and the Jehovah's
Mhm.
Witnesses are not above that. Yeah, just like everybody else. Low education rates, modern sl- modern slavery. Yes, coercing
Bravo.
people, extorting people's time is modern day slavery. I'm so glad they're calling it what it is, and shunning. So y'all, this is an open book. If you can write them, the email is right there. If you're in New Zealand, or if you know friends, if you have family, anybody, please get this in front of them and have them share their story.
Actually, I have something to go along with that story as well on
Oh,
my docket. So that
okay.
really fills in well because, and we've discussed this before as one of the tactics that the witnesses use during these cases, because this tactic is to delay and put off and everything. And like I said, we've talked about this before, how they've applied or made appeal to the courts that they should be dismissed for, you know, because they're saying that the legal arguments aren't legitimate against them, which we know is a
Right.
bunch of bullcrap.
Right.
And they are the only organization in New Zealand that has applied to do this on top of all that. So
What
really
does
it's
that tell
showing
you?
how sketchy and
Hmm.
shady they're trying to deal their business here. And there is a hearing set for the 21st of March in the Court of Appeal in Wellington, New Zealand.
Okay.
So we'll keep our eye on this story as it develops and see what turns out. So right now they're just in the appeal process trying to worm their way out of this again.
Well, it's good to know that slowly but surely they are feeling the pressure of the governments coming down on them. Now, again, the reason the governments are coming down are because we, the people, are putting the pressure. The government wouldn't give two F's. As long as the government is getting their cashola, they're not bothered, right? So
Yep.
even though it's the governments, we have to remember that it's really the people who are moving that. So as much as the J-Dubs want to say, "Oh God, the big no, honey, you're just being held accountable." That's what this
Exactly.
is. That's all this is.
Well, they always try to play the victim when they're actually the predators.
100%. They use Darvo. That was Fee who introduced
Yep.
Darvo to me. I'd never heard of it. And I was like, "Oh my God, like I've lived through Darvo my whole freaking entire life, but I didn't know there was a name for it. I didn't have the verbiage. I couldn't understand what was happening,
Yeah.
but now it makes sense."
Well, why do you think the witness organization likes to keep you uneducated? So they
Be
can use these tactics against you and you don't
Mhm.
know any different.
You don't know that you're inside of a system. You don't know that you're
Yeah.
in some kind of model. Like, you don't realize that you're programmed to continuously repeat this cycle. Like, we're little computers ourselves, and we follow the patterns, and it's not until you step outside that you can like, "Oh my god, that's what I was doing this entire time." And yeah, the J-Dubs are just like any other business, organization, whatever group. They employ these practices. And what Laureate said, yeah, with Nate, sorry. child labor at quick builds. There's so many ways that they deplete people's valuable energy and time, and quick builds is just one of them.
Yeah, and it's not just the child labor at the quick builds either. It's the labor from even the adults, and they're not getting paid. There's no health insurance. If somebody gets hurt, it's on them.
No.
You work in construction at your own risk when you do that.
And think of all the people too who dedicate, like I have had family who've dedicated their lives to going out in field service, right? Um, and that usually depending means that they're working part-time. And a lot of times part-time translates into no health care or little pay. So,
Mhm.
and then the education. So you're like, whop, 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 able to just keep Jehovah's Witnesses inside this little shell, this little world that they don't realize how they're being used and abused. They think they're doing the right thing because that's what they've been instructed to do, but it's really just to give the J Dubs money. That's all you're doing. You're
Yeah.
being bullied under
Yeah.
duress to hand
Yep.
over your valuable life.
Exactly.
The businesses solve well, I mean,
Oh,
oh, you go ahead.
stop it,
Now, some
Ryan.
businesses, I wouldn't say all businesses, but the businesses are supposed to, right? They're supposed to cater to
Yeah.
people in some respect. Yeah. But cults, they just create, and maybe that's the problem, y'all. Maybe that's part of the system, right? It's a possibility that these businesses rely on the religious organizations to create these problems, and then you go to the businesses to get fixed, whether it's the doctor, healthcare system, medication, therapy, whatever, and these social, systems. And then you go right back to church and get reharmed.
Yeah.
It works
That
well.
that's if you keep going back there too.
Right. Maybe at some point we learn our lesson and don't go back.
Some
I
of us
haven't gone
do.
back. I haven't gone back.
I haven't either. All right, shall we move along?
Yes, move it along,
Moving
little
along.
doggy.
So I mentioned at the beginning how there was this owner of a Chick-fil-A in Ohio. He traveled across the country to, let's see, I'm trying to pull up my screen here. Okay, here we go. To North Carolina in the hopes of being able to sexually abuse a 15-year-old.
Ew.
So there's the scumbag right there.
Yeah, he looks like a POS.
And what's funny, I say funny, it's not really funny, of course, but you know, he did this on a Sunday. Okay. Chick-fil-A's are closed on Sunday because they want their people to be able to go to church.
Okay.
And so it's just the irony of it, how he's the owner of a Chick-fil-A, it's closed on Sunday, does this on a Sunday, and then travels across the country to go meet up with this little girl here. And, he had communicated with her on social media, arranged to pick her up, and all sorts of things. And it's just absolutely disgusting that people are this depraved to drive across the country, a 49-year-old dude trying to get with a teenage girl. Microphone.
Like, what the F is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's
It's
nasty.
absolutely disgusting. I mean, I'm sorry, whenever I found out my wife was pregnant with our first child, and our first child was my daughter, I remember looking at her and we were still fully indoctrinated witnesses. I said, if anybody ever touches my kid, the first thing I'm going to do is go beat the hell out of them. And then I'm going to call the cops.
Mhm.
Even as an indoctrinated JW, I knew I wasn't going to go to the elders in the hall.
Oh, wow. So you were even steadfast at that time that, like, things don't get resolved like they
Yes.
should do.
Well,
Wow.
I had already seen how it had been handled firsthand at that time, by that time too. So
We were such a run tell family. Like, I don't know, no offense, I just feel like we were rats, like, always going to run tell the brothers or the ministerial servants, like, an issue, a problem. I hated it. Like, you felt like you never have any privacy, nothing's ever your own. You learn not to even speak because you might just say something that could put you in a deep doo-doo, you know?
to answer the question, Mister in the moment here, says elder question: was it consensual? If she was baptized, yes,
Oh, fuck me.
because she was an
Right?
adult, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Basically.
I,
Isn't that a
I
shame
know,
that
I
that's
know
the
I know it's sarcasm, and but
right.
that is seriously what actually goes on inside the witness
No,
organization.
you're right. Like, it's kind of like a off the hand, like, joke, but it's because it's reality. That
Yeah,
is the truth.
and
If
exactly.
yeah,
Pedos literally use religion to get close to kids. Yep, 100%.
I mean, people are drawn to certain positions in life, right? Whether
Mhm.
you're a natural born lead or whatnot, you probably move towards those positions in life that can get you the power or anonymity, depending like who you are, that you desire. So all those dudes in these organizations likely are some kind of psychopath because they want to be able to tell you when to go to the bathroom and wipe your ass.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No,
It ain't
it's
normal.
not.
It really is not.
Well, especially when, they take teenage girls into the back rooms, like the elders do, and ask all sorts of inappropriate questions
Oh
to
my god,
them.
that was the most like, just even thinking about that, I feel part of my soul dying. Just
Yeah.
putting myself in that situation again. I felt so small and out of my control, like there was nothing I could do to protect myself, and I was handed over by my, go run tell parents. It was like, "She did something bad, here you go spill your guts to the elders now and suffer the consequences." Like,
And I mean, I even had to sit in front of the elders myself as a 20-year-old man, but like even still, like you got 3 men older than you asking you this bombardment of questions, and you just feel so, like you said, helpless, and you feel obligated to answer their questions.
what situation is that ever normal? Even when it comes to, like, police. Now, I'm not saying that police do the right thing. I'm not sure if y'all know how I feel, but it's a cab for me all day, every day. But I feel as though when it comes to, like, police, even when they question children, there should be an adult there, right? Like, if they have any common sense, they don't, like, do that kind of thing. But J-dubs, they don't care. If especially as you said, if they're old enough to get baptized, which could be at freaking 8 years old, depending, then you're supposed to be responsible because once you know better, like that's their shtick. Well, if you know better, you should have done better, regardless if you're baptized or da 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 da. You should be following the rules and you broke them. So now you should suffer the consequences.
Well, see, that is one thing I can say. I learned better, so now I know better and I'm doing better because I got out of that damn cult,
Yeah, same. My
you know?
eyes have been awakened to a lot of the problems, not only just inside of high control religion, all religions really, in my opinion, all religions have some bit of issue when it comes to kids and not protecting them. But
So Witness Underground here commented that Cindy and Witness Underground, Camila Didina, I don't know how to pronounce that, in her film Debutante and Diary of Heather Keating all deal with the woman's experience of being questioned by old men inappropriately. So are
thank
are
you.
those all on your channel, Scott? That's what I'd like to know. So if you could just answer in the comments, I'd appreciate
And
that.
make sure y'all are following Witness Underground. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Scott. I was gonna try to help him do fundraising and stuff, and then I really kinda got sidetracked with I mean, this was before, but I did kinda get sidetracked with what was happening in
And
Palestine and stuff.
he answered films. Now, quick side note, I am going to be on Witness Underground this evening
Oh,
on
are you gonna be on
eh,
there tonight?
Yeah, so
Can
everybody
you just send me a reminder? Because I'll
yeah,
forget. I
I'll
have a
send
lot
you a
going on
reminder.
today. I have a lot I'm doing today, so.
I'll blow up your inbox with reminders.
And I'll just ignore them.
I know. That's what you usually do anyways.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So, anyways, let's move on to another story. You have something else you wanted to
No, no, that was all I really had, so.
Okay. Well, I wanted to actually more importantly talk about this whole TikTok ban that's going on. That might be happening.
Yeah, 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 it's I mean, they're really tossing it around. It's
Because
kinda
now the
scary.
bill is going on to Congress. I guess it's passed the House and Senate. But what's crazy is it's a bipartisan bill. And so that means both the Democrats and Republicans came together and said, yes, we want to ban this app, TikTok. Well, they say this is a very culty Jehovah Witness tactic that they used, actually. They didn't say we're going to ban it, but if they don't get stop you or stop, sorry, if TikTok doesn't pull out of America on their own or sell to like this other company in America, then they're going to get banned.
Well,
So it's
I
like,
just so you know, pulling out is not God will punish you for pulling out.
yes, he'll
He
kill you.
he punished Onan. He punished Onan, so don't pull out. No, but seriously, dude, they're trying to force a privately owned company or whatever to sell to somebody in the United States. Who the F does the US government think they are? This is ridiculous. We've already had these conversations about all the data that Meta and Amazon, Google, like you all know that like these companies, we've been training AI. Like, does everybody understand that we have been training AI for years? Like all of those little Google, am I a robot? Like check for the buses, check for the motorcycle. Like we have been training freaking AI for, I don't know, 10, 15 years now. And
Yeah.
now these companies have people by the cojones and nobody bats an eye. But because TikTok gets the news in front of people, just like Twitter did, remember, Twitter was like on and popping in a second. You'd have the news, like maybe not a picture, but in text, you would have the news. And it's the same
Mm-hmm.
with TikTok, but we're seeing it in real time, like on live. And that is what they want to stop. They want to stop the information from the people on the ground directly to
And,
the consumer.
and you want to know what the one of the craziest things is about this whole thing? So when that happened, TikTok put on their own little like video for notification for people, right? And the notification was telling people, hey, the government's trying to ban us. Here, put it, if you put your zip code in here, you can find who your local congressman is and give them a call, right? It was a call to action, which is perfectly legal. You know, the best way they could have handled it. I mean, I don't like, I'm not usually big on speaking about companies like this, but they were really on the up and up about how they did handled this. Like
Mhm.
they were, TikTok is handling this beautifully, you know, telling you to call your congressman and giving you the easy access to find your local one and call them. And
Right.
lots of people did.
Mhm.
Congressmen's phones were ringing off the hook, getting all these
They weren't
messages.
even answering. They've not been
And
answering.
and then they turn around and bitch that people were calling their congressmen. That's what you're supposed to fucking do in America.
But see, our government officials do not want to work. They want to just be able to be a career politician, just like Biden is, right? He's been in politics the entirety of his life. So they've learned how to take bribes and make millions off of being a public figure that's supposed to be for the people, but they actually are for the businesses because they're in their pockets. I- It's
Yeah.
I'm I'm so mad, like, if something happens to TikTok, I will be incredibly pissed off, and this has nothing to do with any kind of following count. I don't even know if y'all knew, but last week, they actually banned my big account. They banned my 130K following count. I was able to appeal it, and I did get it back, but, like, it's crazy to me that just like that, people can erase, um, like, again, mine's just content. Okay, I think I'm informing people. I think I'm helping people. Great. It's something for me. It's therapeutic. Da 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 da. But this is people's businesses. This is their livelihood. And you want
Mhm.
to just take it all away? What are you going to do when hundreds of thousands of people who've been making their income from TikTok now have nothing because
Yeah.
your panties are in a bunch because your business has been told. We realize what you're up to and you don't like it.
Yeah. And, you know, Jake comments here, the government wants information control. And that is striking so hard on the bite model right there. Your
Yeah,
government is a
it's a
cult.
cult. It's a damn cult too.
Yeah.
It
And
really is.
100%. Yeah. I mean, if they're trying to control apps like this, what are they going to go after next? I mean,
100%.
they're already stripping women of their rights. Now they want to take away information. I mean, there's going to be no end to this if they're not stopped.
Nope. No, it's a
Oh,
sad
wow.
situation. Oh, she does? Oh my goodness.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
See? I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Like, I'll be okay. Like, I'll be
I'm,
okay. I can just go on the YouTubes and make my little goofy videos. But for some people, this can ruin their fucking lives.
yeah. I mean, I have a TikTok as well, but I barely use it. So wouldn't affect me either. But like for the people who make income off of it, and it's their job. And I mean, also think about all the other people behind the scenes who run TikTok with the coding and the back
Oh, yeah,
behind the scenes stuff
programmers and
of the
mhm.
programmers and all that to make the actual app work like it is. It's just
Right.
insane.
The dev team, everything, the customers. I mean, that's a lot. I have no idea how many people that TikTok employs, but I would guarantee that it's a lot. And considering they've launched this whole I don't know if you've noticed if you use TikTok, but now they're kind of doing like QVC style lives. So people just go live
Yeah.
all day and do like cute, like with their clothing, with their watch, with whatever. So it's like a store, but it's
Yep.
also like a social, like it's almost like the new mall, but online.
Yeah. The biggest one I see all the time is them selling gimbals.
Oh my God. Wait. I have to show you what I bought, y'all. Wait.
Did you buy it off of TikTok shop?
I did. I did. And I'm gonna print out. So if Jonathan sees this or anybody knows, if you have a QR code or any kind of small little uh like card, like pamphlet on the
Please
XJW
send
on the
Ryan
JW,
$10 right now. Oh no, not that.
send me $10. There we go. Um, here is what it looks like when it prints out. So this I printed for um, Gaza, and that QR code will take you to the Operation Olive Branch
Cool.
spreadsheet to help families, right? So that's cool. So people can just like scan that and check that out. But
Is
I
that a
can,
sticker?
yeah, and
Okay.
it's just printer paper. So it's not you know how printer paper, like, after time it can fade or, like, if you get it wet, so it's
Yeah.
not anything expensive, but if you wanna do some kind of, like, grassroots campaign where you're stickering shit up about the JWs, this was so like, I paid the shipping was probably the most expensive thing, $26 total, and I got 10 rolls of paper, 5 of them were sticker, 5 of them are receipt, kinda like paper.
Hmm.
Um, but that's so cheap. I could print so many of those damn stickers and pop them up everywhere. It's a great way to campaign.
And then what about like getting refills for those stickers and stuff too?
I think it's pretty easy because those rolls you can probably get anywhere because it's just a thermal printer. There's no ink, it's just thermal, like at your
That
register.
that's a good idea, Scott. I agree with you. Let's put that on our
Yeah,
outline that we got.
if somebody wants to, I mean, I could obviously do it, but if somebody wants to make these little things, the graphic, I'm sorry, my brain is not thinking. The graphic,
QR code.
the QR code and the graphic that goes to whatever website, I mean, print them little bad boys. And you can get
Yeah.
colored paper too, but it's just going to print in black.
Yep. So, but I mean, this is just one of those ridiculous things that they're going after. And to top it all off, one of their biggest selling points to try to get this bill passed, from what I've been hearing, is how TikTok wants to sell everybody's information to China and this and that, right? Now,
Because Google hasn't already done it and Meta hasn't already done it.
again, I'm giving TikTok credit here. They went and got third-party services in America to make sure that the information that they gather from people's TikToks and stuff is on the up and up.
Oh, well,
So
that's
like
good.
they have been doing like everything like super up and up and legitimate. It's crazy. And yet they're still going after them.
Yeah, and I think people, y'all need to pay attention when a government is, and especially when both parties are on the same side. Okay? That's when you can tell that they are the same system working for each other, just wanting different things, but it's not wanting for the best for us.
No.
Neither the Republicans, the Democrats give two flying flips about us. They all see us as coins.
Because here's the problem. You could have everybody in the whole country call their congressman, and they still could vote against it and ban it.
Yep, because
Even though the people have spoken and said,
yep,
no, we don't want you to do this. And that's the problem with our government right now. They have become instead of a government for the people, by the people, they become a government for the congressman, by the congressman.
yup. It's all about profit. And we're just seen as wait, what is it that they call domestic supply? They called infants, the domestic supply of infants. So they see us as domestic supply, like cattle. Okay? That's what the government, I'm not saying the government said this about us. We are just bottom line profit for them.
Bull.
We're bull.
Bull, cow, bull.
Oh yeah, we're bull. Bull. Certainly are.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Gosh, we wouldn't want to upset that. We don't want to ruffle the feathers of the rich guy on his yacht.
Yes, I
Eat the
do.
rich.
Ken. Domestic supply of little enemies of God.
Domestic supply of
Yep.
little enemies of God.
And when you see a domestic supply, do you think, oh, what a cute little supply? No. You think, what a little enemy of God.
Bravo. Oh my God. They hate us, y'all. People in power truly hate us. Even like the movie stars and crap. They are all for us losing our rights. They don't care because they have an in. When you're elite, when you're in that upper echelon class, like there's always going to be an excuse for you. You run a red light, no problem. You kill somebody, no problem. There's always a way out. We don't have that. Dude, I'm telling you, we're in a program, and some people have like, when you can trick it and you did the ABA whatever with Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
and you got like the
It's
cheat
a
code.
cheat code.
Yeah, they got that mother effing cheat code,
Oh,
y'all.
yeah. Oh,
I want
yeah.
my cheat code,
Yeah.
please. Anywho, there's my conspiracy. Actually, it's not a
Yep.
conspiracy. Like, this is all legit reality that we never really I had never grasped before because I never paid attention because it didn't matter. The Matrix is crazy, y'all. The
Yep.
Matrix be crazy. Matrix be matrixing. The
We
Matrix
we
be
all
matrixing.
I wish we all had a cheat code for this. But anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap today's show up there because that's quite a conundrum with this right now. So we'll keep our eyes on that and see what
Yeah.
comes of it.
I'm
So
excited about what's happening in New Zealand, though.
yeah.
My, once that domino starts to tip, ooh wee, good luck holding them up. Good luck keeping the
Oh,
rest up.
and just a little heads up too. It's in the Netherlands. It's in Dutch though, so they haven't gotten an English translation. But there is a documentary coming out about Jehovah's Witnesses in the Netherlands as well.
Oh,
So
really?
yes,
Mm,
yeah. Ron Pomo was just posting about that on Twitter X this morning. So
awesome. What is done in the dark will come to light. It does eventually. You can't hide it forever. Ask
yep.
Tony Morris. He knows all about it.
Well, if I was Toni Morris's wife, I'd be wanting to do it in the dark too.
Shit, I'd be putting a bag over it.
And smacking it.
I'd be brown bagging it. No, I'd be plastic bagging it. No, erase. Rewind. I didn't say that.
Just draw a little face on the bag.
Got one little hole for the tongue.
No, wouldn't do that either.
Oh my God. Oh, to be free. Feels so good.
Anyways, since nobody's said it in the comments yet today, and I'm missing my moderators, which I don't really have any, but you know what I mean. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Send this out to the YouTube algorithms if you can, please. Also, if you're catching this later, and of course, I'm saying it at the end of the show, which is kind of backfiring here, watch longer if you can, because that also helps too.
Yeah, I always go back and rewatch, but I don't listen. I just play it and turn it down, but I get the view in. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the view.
Yeah. It helps the algorithms. Even if you do that, play it on something, you don't have to listen to it. Just play it. It
Walk
helps.
away.
Walk away. But
Set it and forget it. You can Ron Poe peel it.
that's right. Especially if you don't like listening to us for this long, which I don't blame you.
I've been clocked out for like past 15 minutes.
Shoot, I've been clocked out since 8 o'clock.
Listen, as soon as I pushed go live,
that's right.
I was done.
I'm in my dead zone now.
Oh yeah, wait, what time are you on tonight?
Good question. Let me hang on one second. I will answer that question in just a second while we're still on here.
Yeah, so tonight James is going to be on with Witness Underground. He's going to let us know.
About 5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Eastern Time. Oh,
Okay.
5 o'clock. Okay, 5 o'clock. Thank you, Scott.
Sorry.
All right.
You're clicking and I'm clicking. Sorry.
I know. It's like we got fast fingers here.
Fastest fastest click in the West.
In the East. We're on the east side of the country.
Oh, true, yeah. But
We're the
I was
beast in
thinking like Wild West, but yeah.
Thank you, Ian. We appreciate you. So yes, 5 o'clock tonight on Witness Underground channel. Come check us out. We're going to be talking about activism and what motivates us to do activism and some facets of it. So it's going to be a really good discussion. So please join us for that. And with that being said, we're going to get out of here. We will see you all next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Listen, obey, and be blessed. And also, don't forget to
Apostate my way. I mean, your way.
That's right. Your way or the highway.
That's right. It's Yahweh or the highway.
All right, y'all. Have a great week. We'll catch you next week at the same time.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.